I work for UNICEF MENA Regional Office, Middle East and North Africa, as a senior WASH advisor. And I have been with UNICEF for 30 years in different levels, different locations, and different activities. And it gives me pleasure today to be part of this panel group on the session 39 of the Aqua Arab Water Week, the 5th Arab Water Week. And in this session we will have hopefully 3 presentations, and we will also, if there is a chance, I'm going to share with you a small movie about the WASH, just for you to understand how the WASH globally being looked at. The movie is being produced by CIWI and a CIWI professor, a friend actually, and it's a fresh movie actually. So let me just start by telling you that we will have 3 presentations. Of course, all is about WASH towards sustainability, driven from the thematic title of this workshop. All of you are aware of sustainability and what does sustainability means. Is it around institutional issues, social issues, environmental issues, financial issues, technical issues, or maybe the building blocks of the sustainability, which is about coordination, monitoring, and strategic planning to drive to financing and high quality of implementation, and then behavior change by the end of the day to ensure whatever we've done is having a continuation. Of course, all of that comes under the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal 6, which is about water and sanitation. So it gives me the pleasure again to be part of this group, and we will go through 3 lessons learned to share with you. One will be presented by Maram and Helen from the WMI, Water Management Initiative, USAID project in Jordan, which is really very famous, reputable organization. And the second one is about WASH software surveillance systems to improve sustainability, and it's going to be produced by Giovanni, who was a former UNICEF staff member or close to UNICEF and volunteer working with the Italian NGO, intellectual in the WASH, and it's going to bring a lesson learned from Gaza. And then the third one is going to be Hibab Rob, a colleague, a national officer with UNICEF country office. She's a senior national WASH specialist, who's going to speak to you about the WASH Innovation Hub. And she's been accompanied by 2 professors from the Jordan University of Technology, Scientific Technology, and also a colleague, Ahmed. Of course, also NWI are accompanied by their own colleagues. Not to take more of your time, I think let me start with the first presentation. I think the first presentation is going to be by Maram Barqawi, if you want to move and I introduce you to the people. Maram is a senior performance and monitoring evaluation specialist in the Water Management Initiative. She's certified as an expert. She's been working 15 years between different organizations, including UNICEF, but now she's very much with the USAID project. So she's going to handle the first part of this presentation. Go ahead.
Thank you. Not working. So good afternoon. So after the lunch at this time, I'll never present in a worse time like this. But hopefully we will be more interesting to track your attention to the presentation. We will present about sustainability and self-reliance. Those 2 words are very famous for any donor now. They would like to see their interventions continued after they will finish their work in any context in the government, with the social community, to guarantee their continuity. So I'll start with my presentation. So we will start by defining the self-reliance. What's exactly self-reliance, and the meaning of sustainability, how things moved from NDG to SDG for other donors and for USAID. Then we will move to a sustainability tool. It's one of the approaches and tool to measure your sustainability. And by the end, we will go through some examples from WMI, how we guaranteed self-reliance and sustainability with our counterpart or beneficiaries, and finally Q&A. My colleague Helena will take you through the sustainability tool and examples from WMI work. I'll start by defining self-reliance and sustainability. Self-reliance, by the end, any donor, they would like to see their counterpart or beneficiary sustained after the end of the financial assistance. They need, so after the foreign assistance, we must focus on building self-reliance, defined as the ability of the government, the social community, or the private sector to sustain, to plan, to finance, and implement solutions to solve their own program. This approach must be the cornerstone for how we orient USAID country partnership. You can see the two main elements for self-reliance. Mainly, we would like to build the capacity of our counterpart or beneficiary, and to build their commitment or their ownership. Those are the two main elements for self-reliance. And to make sure that we are building capacity and commitment, we would like to measure those two elements. Commitment, it will be measured by accountability. We would like to see open and accountable governance or private sector to enhance their transparency, inclusive development to include gender, different age groups, different vulnerable groups, and economic policy to cover all aspects of the environment. Capacity building metrics, we would like to do like 360 capacity building to cover all beneficiaries, from government, civil society,